Hi everyone, Tracy here. I'm going to do a layout tonight and I'm going to share the process with you guys. I'm not sure how this process is going to go because I don't have a lot of ideas about what I'm going to do tonight, but I've been mulling it over in my head all week and I've decided to do a scrapbooking layout about my dad. And the reason I've decided to do this is, well, I've just been thinking about him a lot more lately because this week our city got some really great news, actually. There was a, what am I trying to say here? Sorry, guys. There's a big shipbuilding contract awarded to our city. And there was this campaign, that says Shipstarthere, and we had one of these signs on our yard because we support the shipbuilding industry. My dad was a shipwright, and so, you know, thinking about all of the jobs that are coming to our city and our province, but also just the whole idea of the renewal of the shipbuilding industry is something that I think my dad would be really happy to see. And this campaign, Shipstarthere, really inspired this layout. I wanted to incorporate this, and then I got on an icon kick where I also printed up a couple more logos and things that were important to my dad. So I've got the Tim Hortons logo because he loved Tim Hortons. Vitamix, he was a huge health food, we used to call him a health food nut. He used to make us eat all kinds of crazy healthy food back before it was popular to eat crazy healthy food. Now it's very stylish, but he was doing it back when it was very uncool. So we used to tease him about that. And he was, of course, a big Lee Valley fan. So I'm going to share this process with you, but I don't know how it's going to go. There's kind of a lot of pressure when you do a tribute layout because you want it to look good because it's in tribute to somebody else, right? So yeah, there's kind of a lot of pressure and I don't really know where to start, but I do know where to start. I started by printing up these things, which are things that he loved, and then this, which is the inspiration for the layout. And my dad really loved Maya, so maybe that's why she's around me tonight. Then I went looking for some screws and bolts and stuff, and I came across this, which was, I believe this was one of his tools. I know this was one of his tools. This isn't Scott. I think it would be really cool if I could lay this down on a layout and mist it, but I really don't want to ruin it, and I don't want it to be all glittery, full of glimmer mist, because I really like it. So what I've decided to do instead of using it on the layout is when I'm done the layout, I'm actually going to put this on display in my scrapbooking room. I really wish I had dictionary paper, but I don't. I don't have any dictionary paper. That's really embarrassing, but I don't have a dictionary. I mean, we'd look everything up online, so I don't have a dictionary. I would gladly sacrifice one if I did, but I don't. So this is just regular book paper that I'm going to use. And I got my dad's BC collection. He used to collect these little books, well, they're this size, of BC comics, and I don't know if anybody even knows what BC comics are, but my dad was a huge fan. He had like 20 or something of these, and I have them all upstairs in my room now. And he put X's by all of his favorite ones, and so this is one of his favorites, so I'm going to put this somewhere in the layout. And I have a couple of pictures that I printed up. This is him the day before my wedding. We call this his mug shot because we gave the men in the wedding these beer mugs with a pewter thing that says our dates and names and that sort of thing for the wedding. So that's him showing off his mug. So we call that his mug shot. And then this is just a picture of him then this is him with some of his buddies at work. And I like it because it's got his hard hat on, and I didn't get to see him at work very much because there was security and stuff, like, you know, people can't just go in to where he worked because it was part of D&D, so although I did get to go when he died, I did get to go and I saw his locker and his friends showed us around, and yeah, so Anyways, I have a couple of things here, like I have some wooden brads because he did a lot of woodworking. Obviously he was a shipwright, and he also did woodworking as his hobby. He made really beautiful wooden toys. And so I have these wooden brads that I haven't used over the years, so I'm hoping to use them tonight. And he was really into kind of like stationery and business office supplies and stuff, so this kind of has an office supply feeling to it. And then I'm just kind of trying to pick anything metal, so I'm not going to use the fabulous one, but I might use some of these. And they're he was into nature, and he used to ride his bike and walk a lot, and so so these ones I think are appropriate. Probably not these owl ones, but... And then I just got some tape from, I think this is electrical tape, but I got some from where all of the hardware stuff was, and I don't know even what this is, but it looks like clothesline, but it's thinner than clothesline. And then I just have some nuts and bolts and some screws and stuff, and some gears and some bottle caps. He was really into imported beers. Like he didn't drink a lot, but he would, you know, have one beer at a time every once in a while, and he'd always have like imported fancy beer and he just enjoyed trying it and comparing the flavors and stuff. And I've got some keys because he, you know, dads, they always got keys and stuff. And handmade because he did a lot of handmade craftsmanship, like his toys and stuff that he used to make, his wooden toys. And he was really a little bit obsessive about labeling things. So these are labels that I used to have on my scrapbooking supplies. And so I might incorporate the labels. And I just have a bunch of kind of metal-y things and some buttons. And these buttons, I can't remember if these are from my mom's trench coat or from my dad's trench coat, but I definitely recognize them from my childhood. They were definitely, I know what the coat looks like. It was a trench coat. I just can't remember if it was my mom's or my dad's. And this one, the paint is coming off of the buttons. But, yeah. So I might use those. And I found I had a whole bunch of really interesting black buttons with different patterns and stuff on them. So I took out all my dark buttons and had a couple greens in there just for fun. Duct tape, because he fixed everything with duct tape. That was his big thing. He's like red-green or something. And then if I use flowers, I might use these flowers here. And I might use, this has like a wood grain look to it. There's lots of wood grain stuff in these basic gray journaling pieces, so I might use those. And then these have some kind of woodish looking stuff and dark natural stuff. And of course crepe paper is always nice. He used to keep logs of stuff, right? So like he had a record of every bike ride he had ever done and all the mileage on his cars and on his car and stuff. Like he used to keep track of how many miles he had biked and all of that kind of stuff. So and then more borders and some of these. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and put on Dave Matthews and go to it. So thanks for watching.